Alright, let's dive right into the film that kicked off the entire prequel saga, Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. We are going all the way back to the beginning to really unpack the hidden threats and the key moments that sent the entire galaxy spiraling towards war.
Okay, so before we even get into the story, we've got to talk about the most crucial concept in this whole universe, the Force. You can think of it as this energy field that's created by all living things. But it's not just a neutral power source. Oh no, it has two very, very different sides.
And yeah, those two sides have names you probably know. The followers of the light side, those are the Jedi. They're the galactic peacekeepers, always striving for balance. And their polar opposites, the Sith Lords. They twist the Force to the dark side, all for their own power and control. You can even see this split in their weapon of choice, the lightsaber. The Jedi use cool blues and greens, while the Sith ignite this intense, menacing red.
So, where does our story kick off? It all starts on the beautiful, peaceful planet of Naboo. But that peace gets completely shattered when the super greedy Trade Federation sets up a military blockade, basically cutting the entire world off. It's a crisis that looks like it's about trade, but it's really the first move in a much, much bigger game.
The Galactic Republic sends in two Jedi to try and sort this out peacefully. You've got Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his young apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi. But guess what? It's a total setup. They're ambushed by a massive droid army, and they quickly learn these droids are taking orders from some shadowy Sith Lord named Darth Sidious. The Jedi have no choice but to fight their way out and get down to the planet's surface.
Once they're on Naboo, they realize this isn't just a blockade, it's a full-on invasion. So their mission totally changes. Now, it's all about rescuing the planet's young ruler, Queen Amidala. They pull off this daring escape, blasting right through the blockade, but their ship takes a nasty hit. The hyperdrive, the one thing they need to travel across the galaxy, is toast.
So now they're stranded, limping through space. They've got to make an emergency landing on the nearest rock they can find, which just so happens to be the lawless desert world of Tatooine. This place is a haven for criminals, way, way out of the Republic's reach.
And it's here, of all places, while they're scrounging for parts in a junk shop, that they meet this incredible kid, a slave boy named Anakin Skywalker. And despite his tough life, this boy has an almost supernatural gift with machines and piloting. It's just uncanny.
So here's the problem. They need these expensive parts, but the Republic money is totally worthless here. So Qui-Gon has to get creative. He makes this insane, high-stakes bet with Anakin's owner. He wagers that Anakin can win the Boonta Eve Classic, this incredibly dangerous pod race. If Anakin wins, they get the parts, and, even more important, Anakin wins his freedom.
And this race is just pure chaos. I mean, Anakin is up against seasoned pros and people who are actively trying to wreck him, but his raw talent, his instincts, they're just on another level. Against all odds, he pulls it off. He wins the race, and in that single moment, his entire destiny changes forever.
But Qui-Gon suspected Anakin's talent was more than just skill. He could feel a powerful connection to the Force. A quick blood test confirms his hunch in the most mind-blowing way possible. Anakin's midi-chlorian count is over 20,000, a number that is, quite literally, off the charts.
So what on earth does that number even mean? Well, midi-chlorians are these microscopic life forms in your cells that basically let you connect with the Force. The higher your count, the stronger your potential. And Anakin's count? It isn't just high, it's higher than any known Jedi, including the legendary Master Yoda. This is what makes Qui-Gon believe that Anakin is the chosen one from an ancient Jedi prophecy.
So now Anakin is free, but he has to make the absolutely heartbreaking choice to leave his mother behind and follow this new path. He travels with the Jedi to the galactic capital, Coruscant, where Queen Amidala plans to plead Naboo's case right in front of the Senate. But the Senate is just a mess. It's paralyzed by political gridlock and bureaucracy. They talk and talk, but nothing happens. The Queen gets completely fed up. While her people are suffering, these politicians are just debating. So she makes a gutsy call. She's going back to Naboo to fight for her own planet.
Back on Naboo, she knows they can't do it alone. She needs allies, so she goes to the native Gungans. And to earn their trust, she reveals this huge secret she's been keeping. The queen they've been seeing is actually a decoy. She, Padme Amidala, is the real queen. This one act of humility encourages a total game changer, and it unites the two peoples of Naboo.
Now that they're united, they come up with this brilliant, daring plan to take back their world. It's going to be a massive, coordinated attack on 3 different fronts
all at once.
Okay, so front number 1, on the ground. The Gungan Grand Army marches out to face the main droid army head-on. This is the big diversion, meant to draw all the enemy's attention.
At the same time, up in space, Naboo pilots are launching a desperate attack on the ship that controls all the droids. And little Anakin, who is just told to hide in a cockpit, accidentally launches his starfighter and gets thrown right into the middle of the battle. And through this wild mix of pure luck and the Force guiding him, he flies straight into the control ship's main reactor and blows the whole thing up. And just like that, the entire droid army on the planet just shuts down.
And then there's the third front. In the palace, while the Queen's forces are fighting to capture the throne room, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are cut off. They come face to face with the true muscle behind this whole invasion. Darth Sidious's terrifying apprentice, the Sith warrior Darth Maul.
And believe it or not, their crazy plan works. Naboo is free, but this victory, it comes at a terrible, terrible cost.
That lightsaber duel is just incredible, a whirlwind of skill and fury. Darth Maul is a seriously powerful opponent, and in a shocking moment, he deals a mortal wound to Qui-Gon. Fueled by grief and pure rage, Obi-Wan rallies and, in an amazing comeback, defeats Maul, avenging his master.
And with his dying breath, Qui-Gon makes Obi-Wan promise him that he'll train Anakin. He still believes the boy is the chosen one who will bring balance, and Obi-Wan, of course, gives his master his word.
So in the end, Naboo celebrates its freedom. Obi-Wan gets promoted to Jedi Knight. Everything seems to have worked out. But the real winner was hiding in plain sight the whole time. You see, the chaos of the invasion was all orchestrated to make one man look sympathetic, Naboo's own Senator Palpatine. And it works. He gets elected as the new Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. The galaxy just handed its highest office to the very same Sith Lord they were just fighting, Darth Sidious.
And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? The heroes won the battle. They saved an entire world and found this boy of prophecy. But with their greatest enemy now secretly running the entire Republic, a dark shadow has fallen. You have to ask yourself, was it really a victory at all? The stage is now set, and the true Phantom Menace has only just begun its work.